this program, we explore all kinds of strange phenomena. Some are real, some may not be. Recently, we acquired a series of very strange documents, a medical file. If you're one of the people who believe that aliens are among us, well, here's your proof. This tattered manila folder contains what appears to be a doctor's medical file, an X-ray, and a bizarre photograph dated June 8, 1974. The file, which we acquired through an anonymous source, listed the name of a female patient. Neither she nor the doctor could be found. If we accept this file as genuine, it appears to be the story of a woman who was impregnated and gave birth to an alien baby. But we don't accept it as genuine. So we showed it to some experts, a UFO researcher.
In looking at this photograph, I would say, of course, there's a possibility that this is a result of human and other than human genetics.
A radiologist.
If we're dealing with aliens and alien implants, I suppose anything is possible.
And an obstetrician.
The fingers, 1, 2, 3, there's three fingers and a thumb on one hand. You can't see the others.
Our first step was to contact a forensics expert to verify or determine the true age of the file.
I would probably contact a few folder companies. It looks like some tape was put on here and a label. And there's a possibility of probably dating the glue. The paper clip looks rusted, and that could be indicating that it's an old paper clip, or it could have been a new paper clip thrown out in the weathered out in the rain.
Let's take a close look at the file. Somewhere in an Indiana town, it says a 22-year-old woman complained to her doctor that for the past month she has been suffering severe abdominal pain. She barely sleeps, and when she does, she will awake exhausted, anxious, and covered in perspiration. The medical report indicates the doctor examined the woman and suggested she may be pregnant. But according to the file, the woman claimed hysterically that she had not had sex for 18 months. 2 days later, the doctor notes that he has taken an X-ray, and indeed, he was correct. The young woman is pregnant, but the fetus looks beyond unusual. On September 15th, 1974, 3 months after the first entry on the file, the same doctor made a house call. The young woman was in labor. The baby was delivered at home. To unravel this file, we asked 3 prominent physicians to give us their opinions.
The quality of the physician notes in this particular chart are below what I'd expect the average well-trained physician to demonstrate.
Generally, the doctors will put down male or female. But this, he just writes down infant. No sex on this one at all. Very unusual.
But what about the woman's claim that she became pregnant without having sex?
Sometimes patients will come in and they'll block out or forget, or in the case sometimes of violence, that a woman will totally black out a whole occurrence.
We asked about the unusual shape and size of the baby's head and body.
The head looks awful big. Would this head have made it through the birth canal? I'm not sure this is a real child. I mean, I can't definitively say this is a real child or this isn't a doctored picture. I'm very skeptical.
Next, we consulted our radiologist to determine the authenticity of the X-ray itself.
I was trying to not pass any judgment on it because I've seen some very strange things on X-rays. At first, I thought it was some kind of an anomaly. I had no idea what it was. Then I looked at it, I turned the film upside down and sideways. It really does look like something of a fetus. It certainly has a head and what looks like a mouth and possibly eyes. I just don't happen to believe that this is a true alien implant.
But our UFO expert remains undecided.
I'm inclined to believe that someone would only fake this if they had an immense need for self-satisfaction for pulling it off. They're not claiming any credit. Apparently, it's not either the patient or the doctor that's seeking publicity on this.
6 experts and 1 tattered manila folder. Is it the real thing or a fraud? Who do we believe?
People have been fascinated forever about aliens and people from other places. We're scientists. We're not naive enough to say that we're the only creatures in the world, but at the same time, you know, if they're going to come, why would they impregnate Earthlings? It just doesn't make sense.
Well, what do you think? Did we just see real evidence of an alien child born of a human? Or is this just an elaborate fraud by someone with way too much time in his hands? Traditionally, this is the point where television hosts shrug their shoulders and mumble some non-committal conclusion. I can't do that. You're welcome to think what you want, but I think that file is a big fat fraud.